Happy New Year! What's up? Welcome. We are in the year of 2025 now. The incredibly exciting year of 2025 is upon us. I thought, why don't I sit down and yap at you for 10 minutes or however long this video ends up being? Because I have something to get off my chest. I am very excited. The reason I am very excited is because there is a lineup of incredible bands releasing incredible albums, potentially incredible albums, in the year of 2025. Which ones, Bogdan? Well, let me tell you my top 10 most anticipated album of 2025. At number 10, we have Dayseeker. I feel like this band is incredibly due a new album. The last time they released was 2022 with Dark Sun, a really fun album. Not quite an album that stuck with me as much as Sleep Talk, for example, but still a very fun album that a lot of people were super fond of. Big disclaimer, this is a speculation. Nothing was announced yet, so this is one of those unannounced albums on this list. We don't know anything yet. We don't have any singles. We don't know any information whatsoever. So I'm just throwing this out as a Hail Mary. Dayseeker unannounced album. I'm very excited to hear those melodic, beautiful, soft songs about broken love in the year of 2025. Next up, we obviously have Whitechapel with an unannounced album that was kind of sort of teased by Phil Bozeman already on Instagram. So I guess it's also all but speculation that it's actually coming out this year. We had one single for it. It's called Visceral Wretch. Now, I don't know if it's going to be included on the album, but the chances are yes. It's an incredible comeback single from the band, coming off of the two very different albums for Whitechapel. The Valley, which was still a bit heavy, but definitely leaned into a more melodic direction, and then Kin in 2021, which was a complete derailment for their sound. In my opinion, in a good way. I really enjoyed that album quite a bit, but it was definitely not as deathcore as a lot of their core fans really wanted it to be. So in 2024, they came back with a single, A Visceral Wretch, which was an absolute goddamn eardrum destruction. I'm excited to see what they're cooking up in the year of 2025, and that's why it's on my number 9. Next up, we have another unannounced album from Avana. You know me, I'm a big fanboy of Joel and Avana as a whole. Their collection of singles, Corporation, a few years back, was an absolute slam dunk. Every single song on it was so impactful, so cool. And we already have 2 singles from Avana last year, which I heavily assume is going to be a part of this new album. I'm talking about The Face Destruction, that is Delirium, which is essentially a song breakdown. And then Father, which is a bit more of a melodic, big kind of song with a big fat breakdown at the end, which I did enjoy quite a bit. And those 2 are the things I have to go off of. But I do really believe that at the end of the day, we will receive a really fucking great album from Avana. I mean, Joel and whoever's writing these with him, they know what they're doing. Next up, we have, of course, Thornhill. A rather obvious entry on the list, don't you think? Now, Thornhill is coming off of 3 years since Heroin, 3 singles since then, Viper Room, Obsession and Nerve being the singles from last year, 2024. Obviously, the boys are building up to a new album this year, and I cannot be more excited about it. Their first album, The Dark Pool, being such a cult classic, Heroin being such a different new direction for the band, it only begs the question, what are they gonna do next? I mean, the singles have got me excited already. I cannot wait to see what the boys do next. This kind of weird feeling of not knowing what to expect is what gets me excited about albums in general, so this is why Thornhill is at my number 7. Yeah. Next up, we have Silent Planet. Silent Planet has released very late in the year of 2024 a song called Mindframe, and Garrett has been already teasing more songs to come in the year of 2025, which all but points to the fact that they might actually drop an album in the year of 2025, which makes me super excited as a Silent Planet fanboy, of course. I am eager to see what the boys have been cooking up, because the shift that they've had in the sound was pretty extreme from their previous albums, over the last few albums, I would say. Alienated a little bit of the core fan base that used to love the older albums, but at the same time, it showed a pretty nice progression of this band to new styles, new sounds for them to explore, and that's why I am very excited to hear it. Definitely going to be a blast, so I'm tuning my ears in for when Silent Planet drops their announcement for the new album. For now, it's an unannounced album by Silent Planet. That's at my number 6. Number 5 is another album that's unannounced and pure speculation. This one's actually pure speculation, but it is Bad Omens We don't have singles, we don't have any information whatsoever, but it's been a while since The Death of Peace of Mind, and I assume they know that. Now, Bad Omens was one of those bands that was featured in my recent Bands That I've Fallen Off Of video. I mentioned that I really did like their last album, but I just naturally kind of grew away from their sound and into different bands. But I recently came back to listen to The Death of Peace of Mind, and I was just shocked at how good and how well this album holds up in the year of 2024. And it has been 3 years now, so it is time. It is time, Bad Omens. I know we don't have any announcements. I know we don't have any singles at all, but hey, I'm excited. Mostly because I don't know what this album is going to sound like. That's the thing. I'm very excited to see what direction they choose for it. Hence, this is my number 5 of most anticipated albums. At number 4, I have a band that kind of just sprung out of nowhere into my playlist very, very recently and captured my attention completely for 2025. It is, of course, Mirrors. Last month, I've checked out a song called Vestige. It's up on the channel if you wanted to see that reaction. I highly recommend this song. I was completely blown away by their sound. I was completely blown away by their overall presentation. So much so that, hey, it's at my number 4 of most anticipated albums of the year. Now, granted, there is no announcement for the album. It's just one single. First single since 2021, mind you. And that's what makes me excited, because it's a smaller band with a big-hearted following. Tight-knitted community, so to speak. And all of them have been asking me, Bogdan, you need to check out more of Mirrors. You need to go check their debut album in 2021, The Ego's Weight. And I still am planning to do that 100%. But the fact that one song, Vestige, has made me so excited for whatever this band may drop in the year of 2025 is quite telling. They are right up my alley. I am super excited for whatever project it is. If it's an EP, if it's an album, I'm speculating that it's going to be an album since it's been such a long time, but we shall see. Go listen to Vestige, go listen to Mirrors. This is at my number 4 most anticipated potential albums of 2025. At number 3, we've got Spiritbox, Tsunami Sea. This is coming out March 7th, so a few months away. Of course, Spiritbox is going to make this list. It's one of those bands that's just crowned as one of the most impactful, big metalcore, modern metalcore bands. So of course, whatever they release is going to be something I'll be glued to for the first few days, weeks, months, depending if it's good. And I am very hopeful that it's going to be good, because the 2 singles we have so far, Soft Spine and Perfect Soul, have been right up my alley. I've been listening to the songs a lot. I think we are definitely going to get a really, really fun album that's going to have some variety, as shown by these 2 singles. One is heavy, one is more melodic. I'm very hopeful about this. I hope they do whatever the fuck they want. Oftentimes that is the key to success, as they say. Spiritbox, Tsunami Sea is at my number 3. My second most anticipated album of the year of 2025 is Bury Tomorrow's Will You Haunt Me With That Same Patience. This is announced and it's coming out May 16th. The 2 singles we have from this album already are Villain Arc, that came out earlier last year, and What If I Burn, that came out quite recently. The 2 incredibly impactful, big, weighty songs with a lot of weight to them, which leads me to believe that this album will be something quite big for Bury Tomorrow. Quite a shift in sound, quite a shift of audience potentially, and I'm very hopeful that I will survive this shift with the band and I will still be listening to them in 2025. Mostly these 2 singles were the reason why this album is so high up in my most anticipated albums. I believe their previous work, The Seventh Son, was great, if not a little bit overlooked by the general metalcore population, and I'm very, very hopeful that Will You Haunt Me With That Same Patience is not going to suffer the same fate, and a lot of people actually will check this out. I mean, with a title like that, you kind of just have to anticipate and see what happens. But yeah, Bury Tomorrow, my second most anticipated album of 2025. And finally, of course, who else would top my most anticipated albums of 2025 than Loathe? This is, again, pure speculation. No information, no teasers, no singles, nothing. I think I saw like a banner somewhere that said Loathe 2025 on like a show or festival or something, but that's about it. That's about all we know about this so far non-existent new Loathe album. Now the band very much exists. They are touring. I saw them live last year with Knocked Loose, and they, performed their biggest hits, aka songs from the most recent album, aka album that's now 5 years old, aka I Let It In and It Took Everything. That was in 2020. Now, side note, isn't it crazy that when you hear the words 5 years ago, you expect 2015, and yet now it's 2020? The time. Anyways, Loathe for sure is due to release something in 2025. I will simply give up on this band if they actually don't drop anything. I will simply stop talking about them. It is pure delusion at this point, but I am super hopeful. Now, let me give you the reason why I'm hopeful. This band's last album, I Let It In and It Took Everything, was a very specific sound. It was this like modern take on the more shoegazy, Deftonesy type of vibe with a lot more heavier metalcore underlying there. And it was a very specific sound. It was a Loathe sound, a sound that a lot of bands since then tried to replicate it for their own music. So that album was very impactful. That being said, that album is also 5 years old now. And also, they don't have Connor Sweeney anymore in the band. So it's a very different Loathe that we're expecting. I don't think they need to make the same album twice. I don't think they can make the same album twice. I think they need to focus on making something new, something different. Not Cold Sun, not I Let It In, but some new Loathe sound. That's what excites me the most because it opens up opportunity for them to create something completely different and have it be just as impactful as their last album was, out of nowhere. That is why this crowns my most anticipated albums of 2025 list. I'm very hopeful that, first of all, it comes out. Second of all, when it comes out, it's very good. I'm very hopeful about those two things. So yeah, those are my most anticipated albums of 2025. Am I delusional? Perhaps. Are you delusional? Let's see. Let me know in the comments what your most anticipated albums of 2025 are, and I would love to see those picks. Did I miss anything crucial? Also, let me know in the comments. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Happy New Year. Subscribe, like, comment, do all the stuff, and I appreciate you. But I'll see you in the next one.